four.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Barium Podcast, episode 11. I'm your host here, Bubba Rude. And with me tonight is Eric Fulton and Dale the Impaler. So, we'll start with what we finished up with and didn't quite finish to, which was the 2 Game 7 series. Winnipeg, St. Louis, overtime, Winnipeg Windsor.
Overtime. Wow.
It was bonkers.
It was a crazy game.
It was bonkers.
Freaking bonkers.
I watched that Jets game where they won in Game 7. That was great. What a good game.
Yeah, I think the boys bailed Hallebuck out.
Yeah, they did.
They really played that great again. The end, he looked like a goaltender that he's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's what it was.
That Dallas game was pretty exciting. Mr. Ratsonen, holy cow. And he's kicking it again today.
Again tonight, yeah. Well, that game just finished tonight, and we'll get to that in a minute here. So,
in Colorado, you could have like a remake of Friday the 13th, another Halloween. You could have like Scream 25. But the scariest movie that they have seen in Colorado, probably since the city was, put in place, is The Revenge of Ratnan.
The Revenge of Ratnan.
Like, come on. How freaking bad is it when you let a guy go who didn't know he was getting traded, who didn't get to negotiate, didn't get to negotiate ownership and GM? I don't think it had anything to do with the coach. I think this is all money and people thinking they're smarter at hockey than they really are. And you give away Moose, you give away the big, he struggled with Carolina. We've talked about before, not a best fit. Comes into Dallas, which plays his style. First 3 games, he's, not 100% noticeable. Then shit hit the fan. It's like the lights switch got turned on. I don't know what you want to call it, but freaking 2 games in a row, he gets 4 points and shaking McKinnon's hand, and McKinnon's just going, man, I don't know what the fuck happened. And my GM and my owner fucked my hockey team. And good luck, Mr. Rantanen, on the rest of your journey. But if I was McKinnon, man, they didn't consult him. Top 3 best player in the world, and he doesn't even get told that a big part of his success is being moved on, because and I don't even think they negotiated terms. I think, from what understanding is they weren't willing to pay it. They thought they could do better, bringing obviously bringing Natchez and Drury in, which is not a terrible thing, but it didn't pay off in the playoffs. I tell you what, where Rantanen's always been a performer, and that's when you pay your money to have players, is to get to the next level in the dance. And Dallas scooped that guy up, and everybody in Colorado's management should be taking a hard look in the mirror and going, should I be in this league? And I think McKinnon's probably going, no.
That's a pretty safe bet, yeah.
It's pretty sad, man. But whatever. I like it.
He's done amazing.
Yeah.
And I saw the 3 goals he got today, but then I had to go on my little adventure with the kid. So
what was that all about? You're texting me all day. When does the podcast start? Like,
I know.
I gave a false answer at 8 because I thought we were in Alberta, but we're in BC. So clarified that out.
Yeah.
Take me through your evening. How did this happen?
I'm watching hockey.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, no, actually it started fucking killer whales right in front of the house. It was crazy. It was like absolute pandemonium. And there was 5 of them, and they were like right there, and they're epic beasts. So that was cool. Then we're watching hockey, which is great. I'm watching the Jets game. Watch Ratnan scoring goals and making the Jets look like chumps, which was unfortunate. But then Ethne got a job interview, and she's freaking out because she's like, she doesn't want to go, or she doesn't know what it is, and it's working at the liquor store that's just up the street. It's like right next to the base. And so I'm like, all right, well, we got to go look at this, because she's like physically freaking out. So we went. and we drove there. We got a little lost.
Now
That's
that
okay.
now, because I could see you. It's like this. This is what I'm thinking. I got to be on this podcast at 9:00. So Dale's like, okay, I understand that. Me and Fully hashed out the time today. I know what time it is.
I left at 8:10.
And here, you didn't let me finish because then I was gonna go. I'm gonna give myself. I was gonna think probably quarter after you would have left. Thinking 45 minutes. What was it? 10 minutes to get there. 15 minutes to get there.
Yeah, 5 minutes according to the internet. Yeah,
5 minutes. So you're giving yourself a lot of time.
I am.
And I've known you. How long have I known you, Dale? 8 years?
Well, oh no, you've known me longer than that.
10 years?
Gosh,
12 years?
Almost 15, buddy.
Almost 15 years. And all wonderful 15 years, I might add. It's been a pleasure being your friend for sure. But you would be the third last person. If I said I need my package delivered at this place at this time, can you make it there? I know you'll get it there. I have all the faith in the world to get there, but if it's time sensitive, sorry, buddy, I'm not picking you to carry the plans to the Death Star to get there in time. So when they come out of light, when they come out of
time,
when they come out of light speed, they're not all just ramming into the force field, right?
You're gonna look like this, the final one.
The big fish guy who, it's a trap, and be like, nah, fuck, we gave the plans to Dale. Shit. No, we forgive you, buddy. We all got our strengths, and we all got our things we need to work on.
There you
it's
go.
all good. At least you're here. That's the main thing.
Well, thank you, and I supported.
Because it's not the same without you. You know that. We were gonna start, and then Bubba gave me those big eyes. I'm more of a hard ass. Fuck Dale, let's go. He's like looking at me. He's like, we can watch the rest of the hockey game, and he'll be here then. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
So what happened at the end of the game? I haven't even looked at the score. Who won?
Go ahead, Bubba.
Oh, Dallas won.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
What was the final?
3-2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was close. That's good.
Yeah. So Rantanen beat them.
Yeah, natural hat trick
by himself. Yeah.
Yeah, all by himself.
Well, he scored.
Was pretty sweet. It was subtle. They had to do like the slow mo thingy like twice to show that actually he tipped it and changed the direction. That mattered.
Yeah, he scored goals in all different ways: shots, deflections, off other people. He's just being big, just being the moose around the net, and when you're that
one
determined
on the ground. Absolutely just wants that goal so bad. He wraps his stick around the other dude's like between his legs and then flails madly and somehow gets it in. That was pretty great too.
Well, I was just watching the end of the game here, and obviously what Rantanen's doing, and those guys that get hungry around the net. So watching Kyle Connor just perimeter. Like the guy doesn't outside, just got a deadly shot, can fly like the wind, but I don't think that guy likes to get his nose dirty at all.
Oh, and he's pretty light, so he's not like he's built for the hard game, the real place, the real playoff shit.
But a little mind over matter, right? Like,
oh, hey, there's other
size of the dog, size
it.
of the fight in the dog, whatever you want to call it. He just looks. It's not even soft. I just don't think it's part of his game. I think he's found success doing that all the time, and it's hard to change up when you're successful at something, but it might not translate sometimes when you need it.
There you go.
All right.
But hey, we got to make some predictions here. We haven't got them. We got to make them.
We have to make our predictions for this round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for the Dallas game or Dallas and Winnipeg series, anyway.
Yeah, because we got the Edmonton, Vegas, Washington, Carolina, Toronto, Florida. We all picked those. Yeah. I'm not doing very good. I'm 0 for 3 on all of those right now.
Yeah, me too. I think I am here. What's going on with Toronto? Oh my God! Like 2-0, way to go, I guess. But I'm surprised. Good for them.
They're still the team that finds ways to lose. So yeah, I'm literally just waiting for that shoe to drop.
You know what? The way they're playing though, like they're not even panicking, and I think. Coaches are what they are, but sometimes a coach is much more valuable than, one coach over another. All the years we played, coaches had, how many different coaches, and nothing's really groundbreaking that the next coach comes in. He'll teach you little nuances, but everybody knows it's hockey's played a certain way. The New Jersey Devils come in, they have the trap. The NHL finds a way to beat the trap. Coaches figure out how to beat the left wing lock, and then the power play in the last couple of years, the breakout's gone completely screwy. Something we'd never seen before with that all the way guy coming from the back end, and now that's being stifled a bit more. And it seems now the cycle isn't really a cycle anymore. It's more of a one down low, get it to the top. So these are all things, subtle changes, but the coaches don't have a real. You're not teaching during the game. You're making subtle adjustments. But I think one thing that Chiefs brought into Toronto is just that calm, that belief. You've done it this way all year. It'll work. Stay with what got you here. When you play the game the right way, this works for us. And I think that's what the big difference in Toronto was this year. They had times where they play poorly, but it's not in such long stretches or durations that they've had in the past. And that's what kills you in playoffs. You go in a little mini slump. And a mini slump in the regular season is 3 games. Well, in a mini slump in playoffs is 3 games, you're out of the series. And I think that's what they're doing a lot better.
So far, anyway. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so. And I don't think Florida's caught their game yet. And I think it's because of Toronto's playing the way they are.
Yep.
I don't think Florida's forwards are ready for Toronto's D to be that heavy. They're not finding the middle of the ice and playing the way that they like to play down low. I think they're getting boxed out well. I think the only one box out that Toronto missed that kind of hurt him was Bennett the Menace's backdoor elbow in the back of the head. Like that was great. Like playing forward and being a guy who liked being around the net and not afraid to be cheap here and there and get an advantage however you think you can get it. But I guarantee you Bennett knew exactly what he was doing. He was coming in from the backside. As soon as he felt pressure, if you're a forward going to the net, whistle blown or puck still alive, if you can't get to the puck but you feel pressure, that's the green light to make contact with the goalie. And Bennett just took that little bit of pressure, put his elbow down, and he got him. There's a reason why you don't give rabbit punches in boxing because it takes very little force in behind your head at the top of the neck and the base of your skull to make you go screwy. And when it happened, I was like, ooh, I like that. And usually you can get a goalie to, see stars a little bit, but Stolarz comes out, you can see him, he's looking okay. And then the next time he goes to the bench, it just starts hurling. When we know taking our concussion protocol is a definite sign of concussion. And I guess, didn't he get wheeled out in a stretcher or something horrible like that?
Oh my God.
He walked to the dressing room under his own steam, but I don't know where it went from there.
No, I think I read that, he got taken out on the stretcher, probably precautionary measures or whatever, but the brain's a bad thing, right? They used to say, don't let people with a concussion go to sleep, right? Because they go to sleep, they don't wake up. But now, and it makes sense, you let them sleep because, it slows the brain activity down, which less blood to the head. And if there is a bleed, it doesn't bleed out as quick, things like that. So hope the best for the dude, right? Never want to see anybody leave the game and have it affect, his life for any length of time. But I get what Bennett did, and he's a silent assassin. He's like that guy in like the spy thrillers who walking through London with a cane and he's got a little razor blade on the end and there's the mark and he just walks by and it's so sharp. He just nicks him in the heel or in like the calf. He doesn't even feel it. And 24 hours later, the maid's knocking on the door and Buddy's foamed into the mouth and dead, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't even know what got him. Well, he's done it to 2 years in a row. Got Marchand with the little sneaky rabbit punch, knock him out. Little fucking forearm shiver to Stolarz, knocks him out. I don't know. The guy's the hitman. Call him the hitman.
Nasty.
He is nasty. Bennett the Menace is his beauty.
Bennett the Menace.
And then we had we'll go Carolina, Washington. We'll leave the Coilers to last. What did you like about? Did you watch Carolina Washington game there, Dale?
I just watched the highlight reel. But it looked like a pretty good game. But I don't have any comments. I'm hoping for Washington.
Yeah, it was a close game. What do you think, Bubs?
It's a good game. I thought there was chances back and forth. I thought there was lots of speed in it. It was nice to see the Protoss back and busting his ass. But,
yeah, he's a unicorn again, that guy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just thought it was pretty good play all around. It was nice to see Carolina win that game, but we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was faster than I thought it was going to be, but Carolina just beat Carolina, just buzz around, rip everything at the frickin' net. Some things are going to go in. And one thing about putting lots of pucks to the net, you make your D go forward and back. Their D go forward and backwards lots, and have to protect the front, which gets tiring.
Sure does.
I think watching Ovi go fucking ram shot in the first period, that hit that he put on, like, he crumpled the little guy there in the corner. I can't remember who it was, but then I think it was it Stankoven? Yeah, I think he got Stankoven, knocked him right. No, I think it was Jarvis. I don't know, one of the two. But obviously somebody undersized buried them. But then it was Stahl in the corner, and he just blew Stahl up. Didn't knock him off his feet, but two big men. It was pretty good. And I think the big difference for Carolina is, putting the pucks in net, but finding guys to find ways to put it home. And, I think, Colorado got their guy out of the trade, or two guys. Carolina, I think they got one that's going to help. He's that Stankoven kid. I remember Paul, our buddy at the World Juniors. He went and watched him in Edmonton, and he came out of that, and all he could talk about was Stankoven, how good he was, and how fast he was, how much of a puck hound he was, how good his hands were in front of the net. So,
Well,
I still want Washington to go. Yeah, I still want Washington to go, though. Carolina, I still, even with Stankoven, just can't get behind them. They're too vanilla. It's like, yeah, nah, screw them. Let's go Washington.
Well, I'll stick with Carolina on that one. So,
you white guy, Carolina. It's the whitest pick ever.
One of my really good friends is their assistant GM, so I'm gonna cheer for them every chance I get.
You get no chance. You got to, yeah. Well, it turns out that the entire Canucks organization needs to be refreshed. So if your friend's looking for a job, it'd be real nice if maybe he came to Vancouver and helped out even a teensy weensy little bit.
What are you talking about? That place looks like a tornado went through it. It's just shrapnel.
Oh my God!
If you could live in Carolina down near the beach, why in the hell would you come to Vancouver?
Well, you can live on the beach in Vancouver too, buddy.
Yeah, but where it's cold, not where it's warm.
It's warm in Vancouver.
It's warm-ish in Vancouver. It also rains 300 days of the year.
It rains 200 days of the year.
And plus, you got to live in Vancouver.
And then it's cloudy for another 100 of them. So cloudy you can't see nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you got to live in Vancouver. You got the top 3 silliest fan base on the planet. Like,
oh my God, it's like a snake that eats its own tail regularly.
No good there.
Non-stop gobble on its own body. The attacks on I've been watching. I've been listening to a couple podcasts, but I've also been reading the comments, and the comments are by far the greatest thing that you could do. Like, it's just, Peterson should die, or like, just it's insane. Yeah, it's like, come on,
Peterson. I don't know if Elias should die, but that's a soft cookie right there. That's like an uncooked gingerbread cookie, just moist and soggy. Well, since you talked about, the Vancouver Canucks, I would like to talk a little bit about the Flames, and they signed Matt Coronado this week. 7 years, $6.5 million, and it's a great signing for both guys, for team and the guys. Coronado's only got 1 year of performance to look at, but a great year. But I think the bigger message it sends out is that Calgary might be a place people want to start playing in again. Over the last 3 years, with the exodus of all the Americans that left, which can't blame them, but even not being able to sign some players, obviously the culture there, or something wasn't right there. And I think Conroy came in and, has done a great job. I think he came into a rat's nest, a real shitty situation. And in a year and a half, he's turned it to a place where a kid from New York who could have done the Kachuk thing, could have done the Goudreau thing, Could have waited it out and said, no, I'm going to wait and get better offers or find a way to get out of Calgary. And instead, he committed for 7 years. So his best playing years are still ahead of him, and they're going to be in Calgary. And I think it speaks loads that guys like Uyghur, Kadri are open about it, saying, this is where we want to play. And guys like Frost and Farabee coming over and just raving about, how they're being treated. Obviously, the new arena is exciting. So everything's looking up for the Flames. As much of a fucking shit show it is to the west, down in southern central Alberta, things are looking pretty bright. Things are looking good. Happy.
All right. So, not Florida, Edmonton and Vegas, guys. Fully, what'd you like about it? What didn't you like?
Well, obviously, what I didn't like is the result. I don't want to ever see Edmonton raise their hands after a game unless there's a fucking sniper in the stands and they're all just surrendering. That's the only reason I want to see Edmonton players put their hands up. But other than that, can't say much bad about the way Edmonton played. That's as good as hockey as they played all year in that game. They controlled the middle of the ice.
They did.
They had great back pressure. They played well. They played well. And what I love about it is all these Oiler fans that I know, week and a half ago, my team sucks. They got to get rid of Bouchard. Connor Brown's a douchebag. Now it's like, oh, Bouchard for the frickin' Norris next year. Connor Brown, he should be winning some award. Put a statue out in front of. Listen, Connor Brown is Connor Brown. He's going to have moments where he's going to look like that, but he's going to have the rest of the game where he looks like who he really is. So good for him. I liked it that it wasn't just the Draisaitl McDavid show, and that bodes well for the Coilers. But I think Vegas has got to get going. Their D, they look slow.
They looked really tired.
They're old. Yeah, they did. I mean, let's be honest, guys. They're not young anymore.
No,
and they're big, and sure, that's great for a lot of stuff. But when you're playing the team with the speed Edmonton's got, and if Edmonton's utilizing it properly, it's a detriment to them to have to try to utilize those older, slower guys.
Yeah, to a point. I agree with you, Bubba, for sure. I think they're big and I think they are mobile. I just don't think. I think the way the Edmonton came out and played, they weren't ready for it. I think Edmonton has made adjustments in the last 3 games that they don't. They're playing hockey. I don't want to say like they played it last year because I don't think it's the exact same. But the things that were making them successful in the playoffs last year, they're kind of picking up again. And I think, you got Picard in net, and I think they just play way different in front of him than they do the Stewart man. And I think it's for the better.
I agree. They're far more comfortable with Picard in the net than they are when Stewie's back there. So ride him until we can't.
And then what do you do?
I don't know.
You bring up the E-Bug and the E-Bug goalie and throw him in net?
That's something to figure out for when it happens.
Go to the college,
until then,
get the college goalie. What's the name of that guy that they pulled out of the stands? Why, he was the Zamboni driver or something?
Yeah, that's the E-Bug goalie.
Yeah, David.
The E-Bug goalie? Yeah.
David Eakers or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He'll be known as, whatever his name is now, he'll be known as the savior at the end of playoffs. Because he'll be in net. Just lights out. Just lights out.
Maybe they could get Seeloff for cheap. He's good in playoffs. Because, they're getting rid of every other Canuck. They might as well get rid of him, too. It's
not that they're getting rid of. They have to.
You're right.
People want to leave. It's, it's not like when the ship is sinking, the rats are deciding if they want to get off the boat. They're just known to get off the boat. And that fucking Titanic is going down.
Well, there's all this talk about getting to change the ownership too. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but if there was,
how does that happen? How do they just the owners are just putting their hands up, going, "Oh, we're done."
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
All right.
But no, I think that's still going to be a series where we get. I think we're going to get 6 or 7 out of it. It'll be a good series.
Yeah.
Well, see, the next game will be the teller for me because I really thought that the Golden Knights just weren't in it. Like they were slow. They weren't picking it up in the middle. I don't know. They just seem to be half a step behind the Oilers the whole game. And so if they don't pick it up next game, they're going to be in trouble.
Well, I think even if Vegas does, shit bed and Oilers come out of there 2-0, I still don't have enough faith in that team that they're just going to shut it down. And I still think there's enough holes to exploit. And, I don't think it's over. I think it's going to go. I don't know who's going to win it, to be honest with you. because you never know what Edmonton team you're getting, and if you get a certain Edmonton team, they're pretty tough to beat. But yeah, that's our hockey.
Well, we got to make our predictions now, though. Winnipeg and Dallas. So let's start with Dale. Who you
Well,
got?
it was a great game that I watched most of it today. I'm going Winnipeg because go Canadian team, and that's the story I want to hear. But it's honestly, I think it goes to 7. There's a lot of heart in both those teams, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Fully?
Dallas and 6.
Dallas and 6.
Just deeper. I'm I'm all aboard the Ratton and revenge train. I'm actually hoping for Dallas. I'm actually hoping for Dallas to win it too. I'd like to see Ben get one, Sagan. Yeah, no, I like to see it. I like to see Miro if he ever gets back. I don't know what his status is still going, but it was good to see Roberts in the game again, another perimeter guy, but gives him just more ice time to chew up with a quality hockey player. So I like Dallas. I think getting through Colorado is I thought the West would definitely come out between Dallas and Colorado, so I'll stick with that. Dallas, baby. The Stars.
I gotta go with you on that one. I agree. Dallas for sure. But I say 7 too. I think these teams are really evenly matched, and I just don't see it taking less than 7 to make it all come together.
Well, you can think one way, but you're wrong. It's 6. So tonight we had a late start, and it's Wednesday. Usually we pod Thursday nights, but I'm playing men's night now. Dale, we miss you. We miss you. We were -3 though. We were -3 from the tips, the blue tees. Yeah,
pretty good.
We did good. We did good, and then usually our time is at 8:30, but we had to ring it out a little later because my buddy Bubba, he's on online D&D. So I was kind of going to think about that today because Dale, you and I played D&D. Obviously, Bubba is playing it right now. I played a ton when I was, a kid and loved it. Still love it. It's a good way to escape and be creative and, get with a group of people, like-minded people, and fuck shit up, right? But I was thinking, if we were just like transported into the realm of Dungeons and Dragons, so we're all sitting here with our headphones on or our microphones, I take a fart or a sneeze and it triggers some wormhole or whatever, and now we're in Dungeons and Dragon land. I was thinking of each of us, what kind of character we'd be, what race, what would be good or evil, what kind of would be like barbarians or would be like wizards. Bubba, you're standing in a field. What kind of character are you going to be? Are you going to be a human? But we gotta have our bodies and our shapes and who we are. It's not like we can just invent something. It's
something.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
close to what you would think of as realistic to be you.
Yeah, what would you be in this world? What do you think? What would you be? So let's just start it off. What would your alignment be? Would you be like good, evil, neutral? What do you think you line up?
I think I'd be a little on the chaotic neutral side of things.
Oh, really?
Yep, definitely don't necessarily need to follow the law on some things, and just let's see, and then neutral because there's good things and bad things, and sometimes I'm on one side of it, and sometimes I'm on the other. So
see, I had you penciled in here as lawful good. Lawful good. I just I use hockey as that's when people's true playing junior hockey. You find out who people are. Either you're scared or you're not, or you're a cheap bastard, or you try to stick within the rules. And although you could beat the head off everybody, Bubba, you never went out and bullied people to the point where you're going to bully people as need to be, but you're not going out of your way to hurt people. You always stick up for the right reasons for your teammates. And I work with you too. I know you probably don't. You want to consider yourself more of a gray guy, but for the most part, you're pretty black and white. And for the most part that I've known, you've always been on the side of the right. You don't fuck around with shit too much. You don't create chaos in other people's lives. You always try to do good. That's kind of where fair. I thought I had you.
That's fair, I guess.
Dale, where would you put yourself?
Well, interesting. So probably on I don't know if I'd say all the way to lawful good, but maybe chaotic good, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
somewhere
Where would you put him, Bubba?
I think Dale's definitely lawful good.
Yeah. Fuck, I had him penciled in as absolute chaotic neutral. 100%.
I could be. I could see it.
Here's my thoughts behind this. Chaos is your middle name. Like, we go anywhere, it's chaotic. It just is. You don't revel in chaos. It's not like you're trying to make it happen. And as far as neutral goes, it's like you're obviously a good person. I'm not saying your morals or values, but you're very much, the wind can blow one way this time, and then the wind can blow the other way the next time. And either you're with it or you're against it, or you're against it and you're with it. You know what I mean? I think that'd be more you, because it'd give you the freedom to be you. You could scream and yell at the top of your lungs around a campfire all you want. Lawful good people aren't doing that. Did I go dead?
No, I hear you.
Oh, Dale's gone?
I don't. He's still here. Dale?
He's chaotic neutral.
Dale?
It's all over the place.
Hang on.
What are you doing, chaotic neutral guy?
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Can hear you now, yeah.
Oh, okay. That was weird. I don't know what happened there.
Oh.
Yeah, chaotic neutral. I don't know. I will say that in my real life, often there's a lot of strange things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's always about a 30% chance of anything that I purchase out of a box doesn't work. Like all the time. I don't even know why. Like I buy a microwave, there's a good 30% chance
They do its job.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is you get to take it back.
Yeah.
But
all right, Dale, where do you got my alignment? Where do you think
I would definitely put you at the strong end of chaotic neutral, because I think that you will throw shit around, and you're not like evil, and you're not good. You're just like, if whatever you feel like. It's like, hey, you know what? If you step on my toe the wrong way, I may reach into your throat and rip out your lungs and then stomp on them, or I may save you from the highwaymen and and give you all your money back. You never know. Totally
fair. Bubba, where did you get me at?
That's kind of where I had you too, actually, and mostly for the same reasons. Except I could see you leaning towards a little more towards the chaotic good, because at the end of the day, you're always going to do what's right to try to help the person along, as long as it's they're doing things for the right reason in the first place. So like especially at work, every time I had dealings with you on work stuff, you were always there to help the guys, and as long as they were honest with you and didn't try to feed you a whole line of bullshit about what happened, you're definitely there to help them get things through the right way, even if it wasn't always the letter of the law type way.
I'll hear that. See, I had myself penciled in here as chaotic evil.
Nah, I hear that.
And I'll tell you why. I want good results. At the end of the day, I'm not always about means to an ends. Like Bubba said, I might do some horrible things to make sure it comes out the way I think it should. I'm not afraid to play dirty, so to speak.
Yeah,
not afraid to hurt things around me to get what I want.
But isn't that chaotic neutral though?
Yeah, kind of. Neutral is, and evil doesn't mean you're doing, in the game. I don't think it just means that you'll take actions or courses that a good person wouldn't. I'd go down the dark side for sure. Like if I was a Jedi, no doubt in my mind I'd be a Sith, because I ain't playing by all the dumb Jedi rules, like not getting married and not banging chicks and can't keep. No. I'd use all those powers. I'd be like, yes, you two both want to have a threesome. You know what I mean? And that's not good. But I'd be doing it, right?
This is the you're looking for.
This is the wiener you want.
This is the wiener you want.
So you know where I'm coming from now, right?
Yeah.
That's why I think I'd probably be a little more evil than good.
For you'd be like, oh, right on, we're going to Tatooine. It's a place of scum and villainy. Yes.
So that being said, Bubba, what race do you think you'd be? Do you think you'd be human?
No. Definitely not human.
What would you be?
I think probably it comes down to either half orc or Goliath.
Oh, I
You
was
know,
going
partial giant or extra large, part human.
Goliath is where I was 100% for you, Bub.
Yeah.
I didn't think as Goliath 100%.
This is what I thought, and I was trying to picture in my mind, but I was like, there's this nice dwarf, you know.
They're just too short, though. Like,
no, but listen to me, Bubba. Here's where it gets interesting. You know, it's nice dwarf woman just coming out of the mountain to go pick some, you know, herbs and stuff for the family, and this big hill ogre just comes over the horizon and just grabs her and just throws her on the end of his penis and just starts pumping her. And, you know, whatever the gestation period is for ogre and dwarf babies, that's when you'd come out as not quite as big as an ogre, but still huge. But you'd have that big beard that a dwarf would have, the long hair, you know, the good disposition, but then you'd have this immense body that you could just kick the shit out of everything around you. That's what I think. What about you, Dale? What race would you be?
I'm still going Goliath for Bob, just to be clear.
Going Goliath. It's fair. It's fair.
Because ogres have like a natural like scent gland supposedly that makes them stink like really
bad. Hey, now then we're going back to my guy.
Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, okay. For me, you know, I never really ever played any other races. I always went human. When I don't know. I don't really see myself as any other race. Like I don't even see
fucking vanilla.
Just a human. Yeah.
I had you half elf human because you're a little taller.
Yep.
Maybe.
Right? And you're kind of hoity-toity, you know.
Maybe.
You like to wear your socks high with your shorts, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Delicate fingers, you know, like
very delicate.
Don't want dirt underneath them. Yeah.
That's right.
For me, if you were going half elf, then I mean, like I did wander around in the trees for.
You love the trees, right? You're an outdoorsy son of a bitch.
Yeah, running through the forest. I like to hop through the forest and singing.
What would you have him as, Bubba? This half elf, but he's like the elf, not the good-looking elves. You know what I mean? He's not like the majestic.
I'm like
long blonde. There's got to be like a disheveled elf village out there with like.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm thinking drow elf.
Yeah, drow elf. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Dark elf. I actually, you know.
That sun. Yeah.
Don't like the sun.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you don't like the sun. We know where you live, so.
Gets lost a lot. Can't park a car. You know, those kind of elves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All their underwear has holes in the middle of them elves. What are those elves called? Dick out elves?
Dick out elves.
Holes and dick out elves?
They're wood elves.
They're hardwood elves.
Wood elves, yeah, exactly. What about you, Foley?
No, he comes from the Soft Sausage Clan, it's called.
Soft Sausage Clan.
I put myself as an orc.
Yeah.
Kind of messy, yeah. I'll eat shit off the ground. Can't speak very well. Bad temper.
Grunt a lot.
You know, like to put shit in my belly that's not good for me. Picking mushrooms, you know, going on raids. It's kind of what I thought I'd be as an orc.
That's fair.
Not really. I'd be on the handsome side of the orcs, you know, but I wouldn't be like the complete shitbag orc.
So maybe half orc then.
Half orc.
Well, I think you go half orc. I was still going full orc, but maybe I'm too hard on myself.
Orc, I don't know. Half orc. Half orc, but
you have some manners, so that's why I say half orc.
Yeah, I'd only throw my shit at certain people, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I got some couth. Like if I saw some, you know, young fair maiden carrying her baby, I wouldn't dollop her with a load of my shit. But some dude just walking
a load of something else, maybe, but not shit.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, she'd be getting orc jizz all over. It'd be horrible. Heard it's acidic.
Going with this. Okay,
so that being said, we got one last thing we can go to here. What would your class be? Would it be like a wizard, a knight? What would you be, Bubs? Or what do you think, Dale? What do you think Bubba would be?
Well, there's only one.
What is it? The Berserker?
Yeah.
The Barbarian?
Totally calm and normal most of the time, and then he gets a little paper cut and goes freaking ape.
Yeah, no, I had him as a barbarian berserker too. Just yeah, just if shit's gonna go down, you throw him in front and just pick up bodies afterwards. I think that's how it would go. What
That's
do you
pretty
see
fair.
yourself as, Bub?
I had down that it would either be a barbarian, berserker, or a paladin.
Paladin, yeah. What kind of animal would you ride? Because it ain't gonna be no horse. Like
Oh,
a owl bear.
fuck yeah!
And-
Great big owl bear.
Okay, that you could be a paladin on an owl bear. I think that'd be good. That'd be pretty tight.
That's owly.
That's owly. Bubba, what do you think? What do you think Dale would be in our band of merry men? What would his role be?
Oh, I was thinking maybe a ranger.
Yeah,
You know,
he's an outdoorsy prick.
outdoorsy, likes to roam around in the trees. You know, that's where he likes to golf too. So
Yeah. I had him. I had him, and be patient with me. I had him as a bard. Like he's got shit for musical talent. I've listened to him sing, but he can spin a yarn,
yeah,
and I think he could absolutely distract people. You know, we go into this tavern or something. We got to find information, and we got to be incognito. We send him in first, get about 15 pails of meat in him, and just watch him go. And he'll either have everybody hating him or loving him. Probably the latter. The most people will be loving him, but he'll take all the attention. I've witnessed this actually happen. We're at a hockey tournament once, and I come down these flight of stairs, and everybody's around Dale. Like all the parents from all these different teams, women are throwing their underwear at him. It was an insane scene. But that's where I think he would best service us. Is this a guy who can do things away from the sword, so to speak? All those other things that we need to be successful. Where did you put yourself at, Dale?
Well, I always the ranger is probably there, but it's funny. I have played bards a few times, and yeah, that would be funny too. Bards can also be kind of rangers too. They can be
Yeah,
rangers.
absolutely. You could be the singing ranger,
Yeah. So there you go.
right?
That's probably good. Yeah. That's
Wasn't
fun.
there? What was that band? Wasn't there Ranger Band or something?
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger. That's your
Yeah.
name too. Your Night Ranger.
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger or Stranger Danger. One of the
Singing,
two.
singing Sister Christian.
Yeah.
Ranger did.
Sister Christian, don't you do.
Stranger thing.
All right, Dale. Dale, what am I running around doing? What am I doing to help this
Yeah. So
group of vagabonds?
I think you're like a straight up board and sword kind of guy, but you're also like a duelist. So you're douchey about it. So you can like, step dude in the foot and then like take out all his teeth, and then like so you're the what, like Mad Mardigan is what I'm thinking.
Mardigan, fucking Willow. Beautiful movie. Bubba, what do you think?
Oh, that's a tough one because pig in the berserker category too. Could totally see you as a barbarian. Just fucking head down, head smashed in, running shit, doing whatever needs to be done, trying to make things happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, you know where I got myself? I put myself as a mage.
Yeah.
You know,
Me?
yeah, a guy who's because I like to dabble in shit. Spells. I'd know the odd one. I like magic, right? I like the occult. I like that kind of shit. So I think I'd get in there, but still I'd have this big club that I just thunk fucking people on the head with when I was needing to. But I think and I'd kind of sit back and wait, and maybe throw some spells before I had to go berserker mode with my mage.
So you could be a spell. That's even
Eldritch
there you
Knight.
go.
Eldritch Knight is the new one.
Ooh,
Mm.
right.
That's where you
I think-
cast spells and yet you're still a knight and can run in there and do all that kind of shit.
Yeah, because like you said, if I don't have to fucking get all physical and exert a lot of energy, I'd probably take that route first. If I got to exert a lot of energy and actually have to do something, then yes, if I get off the couch, yes. But if I can use a remote to change the channel, I'd use that before getting off the couch and turning it myself.
So you'd be like, you're thinking like, I see you as like you got to do more of a, I don't know the Eldritch Knight one, that's news to me, but spell sortie, lots of spells you can use, but you can still have a guy in the face if you have to.
Yeah, I'd be using that again. It'd be in like an area with women, and I'd put what is that, enchant spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd use a lot of enchanting spells, even with guys too. Just to enchant them.
Charm.
touch your dinger for an hour. That's the enchantment.
No, just so I can make them do fucked up shit. Just so I had them under my power.
Yeah,
that's where I was going with it. I knew you were going to go there. I was already there.
It'd be like Dale's just walk around and
touching themselves inappropriately with weird.
I got my big ogre friend looking at me going, what the fuck is Dale doing? He's got his pants off. He's chasing that little dwarf around, going, just let me give you a piggyback. Let me give you a piggyback.
Oh, yeah. I can see that for sure.
So, yeah, I think for the immediate future, I think the Wednesday night, because I'm going to be playing golf, like I said, on Thursdays.
Yeah, nope, that'll work for us. Or for me.
That works for you, Dale?
Yeah, it works.
As long as you don't got to take any 5-minute trips that take 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to try to
be cognizant of that, maybe. I don't know.
But it was for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get working. Get the young girl working.
That's right.
Young lady. She's not a girl anymore. She's a lady.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. She's a lady.
She's a lady.
She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, with that being said, I don't got nothing else. Unless, is there anything happened this week that was of interest, Dale, other than your usual chaotic self?
No, other than the whales.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. Like they were, like the tide was up pretty high, and they were like really close to the inshore because there's like a bunch of sea lions out there, and they like kind of came in and were scouting out the seals, and so I started screaming whale, and everybody's running out to the front of the yard to go look at the whales, and Anthony comes flying out of the shower with nothing but a towel on to see killer whales, and yeah, it was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
See, I thought you were yelling to the seals, thinking you had like some Aquaman kind of thing going at him.
I had my head, my eyes closed, and you got to touch your forehead, and then like circles come out. And I commune with them. Yeah, that's what's going on.
I brought Aquaman up 3 times now on the podcast.
That's right.
If you're counting. No, I had nothing. I had nothing this week. Just work and kids and all the craziness that goes on with those types of endeavors. Bubba, you anything?
No.
You want to throw out there?
I got nothing, man. It's been a pretty quiet week, and just trying to keep living.
That's all we got to do. Okay. With that being said, if you did listen to this podcast, us 3 guys would like to thank you. If you're enjoying it, that's good. And if you're not, suck a dick. Don't care. We will be trying to come out on Fridays now with our episodes, so just a day earlier. And other than that, fucking bury him. See you later.
See you later, fellas.
You can find our podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Episodes should be released now at 8 a.m. Pacific time on every Friday. Thank you for listening.